the lioness, the Agunwan, Adeji Jemba. Whether you like it or not, you must bow to truth. And when you bow to truth, you have to bow to Madam. Bow, bow. I call upon you to take the stage. Madam, bow, bow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andy. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Andy, for that wonderful opening speech. Thank you so very much. There's so much going on, and continue to hold on and to make sure that the agents of the Nigerian state planted to disrupt our freedom will make sure there's no breathing space for them. Mm-hmm. There will be none. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you, Honorable Christopher, for holding down the ground. Thank you so much, dear friends that have logged in, taking out time from your busy schedule to be with the United States of Biafra government and the United States of Biafra people at this fundraising, which we do every weekend to assist us to raise the funds to assist thousands of innocent Christians and innocent Biafrans that are locked up in different jails across Nigeria by the Nigerian terrorist state and across Biafra land by the terrorist agents of the Nigerian state. Innocent Biafrans. The forceful removal of innocent Biafrans reported by the Amnesty International is still ongoing by the Nigerian state on a daily basis. They forcefully invade the quiet communities of innocent Biafrans in the 40 state of Biafra territory, in the sovereign nation, the sovereign state of Biafra. Forcefully remove, intimidate, abuse, beat, instigate our people in our own land. The United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation that was declared on November 29, 2024 in Latin Finland after a self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. We converged from all over the world in Latin Finland on November 29, 2024 to redeclare the Republic of Bafra, which was a nation between 1967 and 1970. At that time, we fought a brutal war with Nigeria, which ended in 1970, where it was declared a no victor, no vanquish. The expectation after that war is that some of those things that led to that brutal war will never happen again. Some of the things like this current terrorism going on, the killing of Christians, the genocide, the marginalization, the suppression, the oppression, the intimidation, the forceful occupation, the taking over of people's innocent, quiet communities, the trampling of human rights of people. The expectation is that at the end of that civil war, some of these things will never happen again. But that never happened. Those things have persisted as we speak. In fact, it's worse at this time. It is worse, and that is why now Nigeria has been declared as the most dangerous country in the world for Christians to live. Thousands of Christians are being massacred every single day in the enclave called Nigeria. Thousands of indigenous Nigerians, indigenous Biafrans have been murdered, forcefully removed by the Nigerian Tinubu government and the Nigerian politicians so that they can continue to milk the natural oil, the natural resources that come from these territories like from the United States of Biafra territory, ship it abroad to their friends who use that to better the life of their own people, while our own people die in abject poverty. That is what we have stopped. We are stopping it by the day, by the minute. Thank you so much, Honorable Christopher, for holding down the crowd. Welcome, everyone. I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone listening to the family. Thank you so much. I don't even know where you have to end or where to stop at. But it's been a very busy week, like family has said. It's been a lot of success for the Biafra people, for the 80 million Biafrans. It's been a huge success. For the United States of Biafra citizens, for the indigenous people of Biafra, it's been a huge success. I'm very, very happy at what we are getting every day. For the help from our international allies and the help we are getting from homeland. It's so much, so very much. I'm very, very happy. So thank you so much for calling in. I want to first and foremost use this opportunity to thank the United States of Biafra cabinet members that have worked day and night to ensure that we stabilize the polity in homeland. We stabilize the polity in homeland. Everyone is attesting to that. The United States of Biafra government have stabilized the polity. People, Biafra people are happy now. They are freely moving around. While the Nigeria terrorist state continues to fight the innocent Biafrans that are proclaiming, that are defending our new nation, the United States of Biafra, the Nigeria government continues to invade those communities, forcefully remove innocent Biafrans for their belief, for their freedom, which we already got on November 29th, 2024, which no one, no individual, no organization, no government can tamper with that, no matter who you are. Because it is a right of the people, approved both by the United Nations, by the international humanitarian laws, by the African Union charters, by the Commonwealth. All those conditions that is required for a nation, we met it and above, because we were a nation between 1967 and 1970, so nothing changed. The only thing that changed is that the invasion of the Republic of Biafra, which Nigeria did between 1967 and 1970, we have reclaimed it back. That invasion, we have stopped it. We've stopped that invasion in our land, which they did in 1967, because this marriage did not work. So let no one be confused. The United States of Biafra is an offshoot of the Republic of Biafra, which was a nation, sovereign, independent nation between 1967 and 1970. We have reclaimed and redeclared under the name and title of the United States of Biafra. So I thank the cabinet members for what you do every day to ensure that these intruders from the Nigeria terrorist state have no place, no single place in the Biafra territory. We have 40 states in Biafra. All the 40 states, each of them have state governors and commissioners and state commanders. And the state envisioned elite squad that are protecting the state from the reintegrated terrorists brought in by the Nigerian state. They must continue to do that to ensure that our people are not just killed every day, just like they murdered over 200 in Kwara State the other day. Many Christians being taken away while they were worshiping many indigenous people being massacred, their homes being taken over by the reintegrated terrorists brought in by the Nigerian state. The United States of Biafra have zero, no place for any reintegrated terrorists in the 40 states of Biafra. The vision and the code of the United States of Biafra, every day we continue to ensure that they not come into our land. Any element of the Nigerian state at this time, wearing Nigeria military uniform, Nigeria police uniform, anything Nigeria at this time in the 40 states of Biafra land is illegally, forcefully occupying their foreign land. They must leave. They are not welcome in Biafra land. We have the governors in the 40 states of Biafra. We have the United States of Biafra Police Department. We have the United States of Biafra commissioners of different parastatals, like the education, like the trade, like the sports. They all exist in the 40 states. So currently, Nigeria Army is forcefully occupying our land. We've written peacefully to the Nigerian state for our independence. They got the letter. They pretend not to see that. Some of their newspapers in Biafra, in Nigeria, they pretend they don't know about it. We're not telling them to know. We're not begging them to know. They don't have to approve our independence. I'm just telling them to leave the 40 state of Biafra land. I am open for discussions to ensure this job is done as quickly as possible, to ensure there's peace on both sides. If they believe that there'll be no peace in their own region with the exit of Biafra, then they should move out every element of the Nigerian state from Biafra land. The reports on my table shows that they are leaving. They are moving out. They are scared. They are worried. And I tell them they don't need to be. All they need to do is move towards the western part of Nigeria, move towards the middle belt, move towards the northern part of Nigeria. As far as the 40 states of Biafra land is concerned, they are not welcomed. They must leave. If they don't leave now, they would leave next year or next 2 years. It's a process. The earlier they leave, the better for everyone, so that we can start rebuilding the destruction that the Nigerian terrorism and the terrorists have done in Biafra land. Every report, but from the international and all different NGOs, have pointed out that Nigeria is a terrorist state. Almost all their leaders are terrorists. Their names were listed the other day. That is why Nigeria has been declared as a country of particular concern. Any country of particular concern has politicians that are people of particular concern that are enabling those laws that have made that country a country of particular concern. The absolute dissolution of Nigeria cannot be stopped by anyone, by any country, by any group or any individual. Nigeria must be totally collapsed for people to leave. Nigeria must collapse for lives to be saved. Anything short of this means the continued killing of thousands, wasting of thousands of lives, both at night and in broad daylight, means wasting of thousands of Christian lives. Only the dissolution of the Nigerian politicians and the Nigerian state will save lives. Forget that propaganda, the 9 million they're sending and all that. Your lobbying effort is as good as who you are. You can't sell a rotten egg and pretend that it's a real egg. So Nigeria is already rotten, it's collapsing. No word, no amount of money, no propaganda, no twisting it can save the dissolution, absolute crumbling of that entity. That must, a capital, must happen for people to live, for lives to be saved. So it's only a matter of time, when, how, but is it the collapse? Is already on that trajectory where no one can stop that. That is why I thank the United States of Biafra for our declaration in Finland. We've exited. We are just building and rebuilding. There is only one continuum from our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, to my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this line is a mere distraction. Anything outside this continuum is a distraction. And remember, the distraction will always come, first and foremost, from the internal Biafrans paid by the Nigerian agent, by the Nigerian state, to disrupt, to ensure that the freedom is not fully protected. So be mindful of those agents of the Nigerian state that are paid to disrupt what we're doing or to distract some of us. They are failing by the second, that's why they are running helter-skelter. The more we make progress, the more the Nigerian state pushes them to go and continue the disruption, go and continue the fighting, go and continue the confusion. That is all they do. That is what they are paid to do. So let no one be distracted or be asking, how can Biafrans be fighting Biafra now? Nigerian government will never be successful without internal Biafran agents whom they pay to disrupt what we are doing. So don't pay any attention to them. We are winning in different angles. Last night we passed the bill for the 4-day work week for Biafrans. A huge bill that is already making waves in the whole 40 states of Biafra. This bill has legally protected the voluntary monthly sit-at-home in the Biafra territory. No one, no government, no group, no individual can tamper with, stop the voluntary Monday sit at home, because we have developed the legal framework to challenge, to sue anyone that punishes any Biafran or any Biafran business because of the voluntary Monday sit at home. And let me tell anyone, countries do researches, countries carry out pilot projects to make decisions that work for them. The 4-day work week that some countries in the world have adopted, they do research on how it works for them. For us, Biafrans, for the past 3 years, Biafrans have sat at home, joyfully, comfortably, having the best of lives. Within these 3 years, which we have included as part of the research project for us to make this law, we put all that into consideration. Then, from the point of our declaration on November 29, 2024 to this time around, the United States of Biafra cabinet members also put into consideration that period since we took over how the Monday sit at home have been very, very successful in Biafra territory. And from our research, how almost 99.9% of Biafrans have supported and approved the Monday sit at home. Based on that research, based on the success, based on that study, we now come to the conclusion that this is what works for our people, and we will legally protect that. That was why we passed the bill into law for the 4-day work week for all Biafrans in the 40 states with full pay. With full pay. And the voluntary Monday sit at home. In that voluntary Monday sit at home, we also approved essential services like the EMS, emergency medical services, the hospitals, the fire service, the education department can do their work remotely or at home. These are services. When you read that bill, you'll see those areas. So Biafrans, we took this bold step yesterday, and Biafrans, the report, the reaction has been so much happiness, so much overwhelming, so much support. And thank you so much, Biafrans, for supporting this bill. Based on that bill, the voluntary Monday sit at home in the 40 state of Biafra continues uninterrupted by anyone, any individual, any organization, any country until God's request. First is the complete protection of our newly declared nation, the United States of Biafra, which is the removal of every element of Nigeria from our territory. I'm calling on the Nigerian people to leave Biafra territory. If you are a Nigerian military, police, security, anything, you must leave Biafra territory because we are a sovereign nation. We declared our independence. We do not want you in our land. Anything Nigeria, you must leave Biafra land. The other portion of that is the release of the Biafran leader, the release of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, the full protection of Biafra territory. Only Biafra, United States of Biafra cabinet have the right to cancel this voluntary sit at home. Only the Biafra people, when these 4 conditions are met, have the right to stop the voluntary Monday sit at home. Just as Famdi has said, the plot that happened last week Monday during on Sunday when the Nigerian state attempted, though not fully successful, attempted to use some Biafrans to say they are announcing Monday sit at home. That was a challenge for Biafran people, which they do not want that ugly incident to repeat itself anymore. More importantly was when some of us got the report that this cancellation of the Monday sit at home came from Onyindu Nnamdi Kanu. I personally got a message from a lawyer in Chimako that it was Nnamdi Kanu that is part of this. Onyindu Nnamdi Kanu can never, ever be part of this kind of criminality. And I asked a lawyer in Chimako, who is he working for? Who is he working for? Sometimes we don't pay attention to some of these things because we want to believe that our leaders know the right thing to do. We want to believe that they are doing the right thing. But when our lawyer Jumako dropped the name of Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu as part of this criminal plot, I asked her, lawyer Jumako, who is he working for? Who is Emma Poweful? Until now, he has not responded to my question. That is why this bill that we passed is a very urgent bill that needs to be passed to ensure that this damage being plotted by the Nigerian state using so-called Biafrans does not repeat itself anymore. There is only one leadership for the Biafran people at this time. Everyone must be fully conscious of that. I don't care who you are. I don't care the role you have played in the past. I don't care what you have been in the past. Any attempt by anyone to undermine the leadership of the United States of Biafra government in any shape or form, that will not be easy. That will not go down well. So everyone must be very, very conscious, very careful. Our leaders that are incarcerated must be very careful, very cautious of whom they talk to. Messages they talk about, whom they talk to, instructions they give out. Our only two leaders, Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, should be very, very careful of whom they talk to, informations they pass out, instructions they give out, knowingly or unknowingly, covertly or otherwise. They should be very, very cautious of that. Biafrans still have absolute trust in these two leaders. Total trust in these two leaders. Biafrans have trust in these two leaders. But any attempt to undermine in any shape or form this new nation that Biafrans are suffering every day to protect, to build, to solidify, knowingly or unknowingly, covertly or otherwise, in any shape or form, the Biafran people will not be happy. The reason why I said this is, over the years, our target is very clear, very clear. The expectation of the United States of Biafra cabinet members, my expectation is that our leaders must be in line with this target that we have to make the job of Biafra people easier for us. Any attempt to start passing conflicting messages will make the job of the United States of Biafra government and the 99.9% Biafrans that have decided to protect our land. Any attempt to pass misleading information is going to make this job harder. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want to believe there's any shape or form, any attempt for anyone to be doing that. Some of us never want to think along this line, because that's the kind of the last line some of us may want to delve into, to think that there may be a plot, a plan by anyone to undermine the freedom of the Bafra people that was declared on November 29, 2024 in Latin Finland. Anybody that tampers, attempts to, in any shape or form, to undermine this, it will not be good. So that is why some of these places, some Biafrans does not want to go before. As things happen, Biafrans are going to those places. And anyone involved in making Biafrans to go to those places, you must stop. You must stop. So we passed a new bill, which is a great one for Biafrans. We know how Soludo is fighting with the Nigerian state to stop the voluntary Monday at home. How he has suspended innocent Biafrans for 2 weeks because they went to the schools on Monday and there was nobody. If Biafrans have voluntarily decided to sit at home, how do you expect to see anyone in the schools? Where is the transportation that will take them to school? Transportation is being owned by indigenous, private citizens that have their businesses. How do you expect them to transport school children from their homes to the school? Because Nigeria has nothing like public transportation for government schools. Not even the delegitimized Soludo or Oti or Back or Elex Oti or Ozodema. They have no clue. Have they finished stealing the money of Biafran people, talk less of providing essential services? You don't even have constant electricity. You don't have constant internet. You don't even have pipe-borne water. Basic amenities. Talk less of providing school-run buses that pick kids up from school and drop them. So there's no way Monday physical school is feasible because there's no private business transportation to move them to school. Because Biafrans that own the buses, the private vans, they have voluntarily decided to sit at home until Nigeria leaves Biafran territory. That is why in our bill we've introduced the work from home for students, remote study for students. Teachers can interact with them remotely every Monday. That is the only thing allowed. No physical meeting of anyone in any shape, in any form, in the whole Biafra territory every Monday. The voluntary sit at home is a statement that must be respected. That is what the people choose to do. There is nothing like IPOB organization in the whole 40 states of Biafra land. Nothing like that. The only thing that exists is the indigenous people of Biafra, of which I am currently the leader of that indigenous people of Biafra. the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, that is out right now, giving instructions to my people, the 80 million indigenous people of Biafra, with the United States of Biafra cabinet, with the 40 state governors, with the commissioners, and with the vision and its code. No other person at this time gives order for the 80 million indigenous people of Biafra in the 40 states of Biafra, except under my leadership and under the leadership of the United States of Biafra cabinet. Anyone from anywhere telling any other person anything, that does not exist. That is fraudulent. That are those that are working with the Nigeria DSS, with the Nigerian government, to destroy or to interrupt our freedom, which we already got. No one should pay attention to any of those people. I will continue to handle this mantle until our leader, Kano, comes out, and our leader, our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, comes out. Until two of them are free and out as free individuals, no one can give any order that pertains to the indigenous people of Biafra, to the United States of Biafra citizens, and to the 80 million Biafrans that have declared their independence on November 29, 2024. No other person. That was why we have to sign this bill into law to protect the 80 million Biafrans. The IPOB as an organization are those working with the Nigerian state. They are the ones that went to Finland to testify against our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. So anyone coming out in any shape or form to tell you that they are IPOB organization, again, there is even nothing remaining there. It's just few of them being used by the Nigerian state. So I want everyone listening to me to be mindful of those criminal agents of the Nigerian state parading themselves as IPOB organization. And again, I say that there is no way you can respect Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and you cannot respect Simon Ekpa. That can never happen. That means you are fraud. And there's no way you can respect Simon Ekpa and you cannot respect Dr. Orabueze. That is not going to happen. You must bow to this lineage. You must conform to this lineage because that is the only way, the only thing the Afghan people has known. That is the only way we are going to protect and safeguard this our new nation which we've gotten. Any attempt in any shape or form to undermine any of these three individuals, you will have yourself to blame. Again, the IPOB organization have been hijacked by the Nigerian DSS. You also saw the one called Emma Poweful that came out to say he's canceling Monday sit at home, blah, blah, blah. Somebody told you. The Kanu never told them anything. These are the criminal agents working with the Nigerian state, with the Nigerian DSS. No Biafra should pay attention to these criminals. I'm just surprised how some of them are falling to this trap. But again, we are Biafrans. We will raise you, we will destroy you. Take that to the banks. It depends on how you come out. I want to use this opportunity to bring to the attention of Biafrans some elements of the Nigerian criminal state, headed by this one called Obi Kubana, that is parading himself saying they are the king boys or something like that, whatever name that they used to.
City boys.
City boy. City boy. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I think the village champion boys are going to be
okay, great. City boys. City boys. Obi Kubana and Co. The city boys, I'm using this opportunity to tell you must stop immediately. That nonsense you did in Biafra territory, don't do that anymore. Don't. That stupidity you all exhibited in Biafra territory, don't do that no more. The APC, PDP, Nigerian political parties has been declared as a terrorist organization by a federal court in Canada. You cannot bring that terrorism into Biafra land. Don't do that again. If you want to contest any position under the Nigerian state, you must go to either Lagos or the north or the middle belt in Biafra territory. There will be no single election of the Nigerian state in Biafra territory. Not now, not next year, not next 2 years, because we are a sovereign nation. If you want to join the politics, you must go to your 40 state governor, whoever that is, and align yourself with what they are doing. The United States of Biafra government, the United States of Biafra people are in the process of floating their first ever political party in Biafra territory. So these so-called city boys, whatever you call yourself, don't do that no more. That's all I have to tell you. Don't do that nonsense no more. The Ebonyi State governor that I saw is trying to build a military, Nigeria military barrack somewhere in Amasiri community.
That's why they're killing them.
Using this opportunity to tell you, don't do that anymore. Don't do that nonsense anymore. The United States of Biafra people will never allow anything military Nigeria to exist in Biafra territory anymore. So that nonsense you all did. Biafras will never allow anything like that to exist in Biafra territory. So save your money and move to the western part of Nigeria, or to the northern part of Nigeria, or to the middle belt. The state governor of Ebonyi State under the United States of Biafra government had made a formal report, and we will, the United States of Biafra Division, to ensure that that nonsense never happens anymore in that part of Biafra territory. Those vehicles, they showcase anywhere in Biafra territory, that vehicle belongs to Biafra people. Again, we have our allies that are working for our recognition of Biafrans. We are moving very, very fast. We are doing exceedingly well. Recently, Biafran citizens in Australia, under Honorable Winston, I don't know if he's available to briefly talk on that. Let me see. The United States of Biafra security documents, they were granted political stay in Australia. This is the fourth person that has happened. No IPOB organization will grant any recognition for any Biafra in any part of the world. Not zero, I'm telling you. Because the IPOB organization, almost all the world leaders, and from the documents that have been tendered, they know that IPOB organization is being controlled by the Nigerian state. That is why no indigenous Biafran will get any document using IPOB organization, because Nigerian DSS is the one controlling the IPOB organization. And the Nigerian DSS on the international borders are being looked at as terrorists. In the same vein, no Biafran can get any legal political pass using any document that says only Greek. Because I was the one in charge of Greek once our prime minister was removed. And everything in Greek, we have collapsed that into the United States of Biafra government documents. So anywhere you go and present Greek, you must also present the United States of Biafra legal documents, which we have right now, which our Prime Minister encouraged us to go. That was why we prepared for our declaration from January to the November of 2024. And we have all those documents, and we are sending it to those that needed it. But nothing like Greek.
Or CRC.
Nothing like CRC. These are criminal elements deceiving people, pretending they are anything or they are looking for Biafran freedom. No, they are not. They are the agents planted by the Nigerian state to disrupt this freedom which we already got. And I'm very, very happy that Biafrans have recognized them for what they are. All original Greek documents have my name on it. So anyone promising you will use Greek and go somewhere, or conflict resolution committee that the United States of Biafra dissolved on November 2024, they're going to use it anymore. They're just deceiving themselves. Do not pay any attention to those criminals. That's what they are. The Biafra Republic government in exile, the United States of Biafra government, the Biafra de facto government in Holland, all of them are under the United States of Biafra government. With the United States of Biafra cabinet as the leaders, under my leadership, nothing else exists anywhere. Anyone telling you there's anything, they are deceiving you. The Biafra Republic government in exile, under that we have the United States of Biafra Constitution, which we have moved into the USB with my signature and approval of that. We have our declaration documents under that. We have our EJEMA, we have the Helsinki and Pennsylvania Memorandum of Understanding, and so many other legal documents for the Biafra people. All of them are under my approval until Prime Minister Simon Eber comes out. Anyone offering you, giving you, telling you anything, any document from anywhere is fraudulent. Remove yourself immediately from them. Our ID capturing will be on Monday. I know we canceled it on Friday because of the different activities that we have. Every now and then, I think I'll be letting the advance know the names of the governors of the 40 states. I know people have been requesting for that, so at least for the states that we've conducted our election, in the state of Ikemba, we have Wanda, Kiru, in the state of again, what I'm going to be doing is every fundraising or as needed, I'll be publishing the names of those state governors because We've had so many requests from Biafrans that genuinely want to turn around and join in building our new nation, both in the friends in the different citizens forums and all that. So I am open to that, and the instructions is for them to reach out to the state governors where they are and ensure that they go through the screenings and orientations needed to